Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about some new things in Illustrator that we haven't gone over yet and I'm not sure that you're aware of, but they are fun and easy tools to use that just give you an advantage at making some really cutting edge designs. So this one that you're looking at first, we're going to go over how to do this, and then we are going to go over how to do this one on the right here. So I'm going to start off by going into my artboards and making a few new artboards, and then Command 0 so I have my workspace filled up with that new artboard. Okay, the first one we are going to do is basically the goal is to create type that is punched out of the hole, but you are going to be using the Pathfinder palette instead of Shape Builder. Now historically we had done it this way. Let's say you have a square, a rectangle, and then I'm going to go Command Copy, Shift Command V, which is paste in place. And so now you have these two shapes, and then I'm going to click on both of them, and then sometimes your palettes kind of disappear. If you open and close Illustrator, you have to go back in and sort of get your workspace right the way that you want it. And then I'm going to align my objects horizontally and vertically so that this is right in the middle of this. Now, this is a lot of information to just show you what we're not going to be doing, but my goal is to make sure that up until this point you were doing it this way. And then you are going to go to your shape builder, hit Alt, and see how it turns into a minus, and then punch it out. And that's kind of what we've been doing. Okay, so there is another way to do it, and in my opinion, even better, and that is by using the Pathfinder panel. So let's make a ellipse, and I'm going to Alt-Shift so it grows out from the middle and it's a perfect circle. And then I'm going to go ahead and change my fill to my RLHS blue, which is on brand for Round Lake High School. And then inside of this, I'm going to give a text box. So go to your type tool. You are going to just drag a text box and see it fills up with the Latin text here. So I'm going to go Panther, Pride, Round Lake High School, home of the Panthers, and then the little properties. Nice and big. My alignment is on justify, so that forces your text to be at the far left and the far right every line. So if you went this way or this way, that changes sort of the way that your type appears. So I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to change my font to that one, I guess. I'm going to go ahead and put stroke on it, back, and no stroke. Not much, might be a little much. Okay, now what I want to do here is actually punch out the type from the circle. And one way to do this that is very cool, when you do not have to create outlines, which is crazy, is by using the Pathfinder panel. So it's right here, and if you don't have it, go into your window and go to Pathfinder. And right here you have all of these different icons. Now if you hover over, it will tell you kind of what it does. Unite, minus front, intersect, exclude, divide, trim. So go through all of these and just see what they do. But for our purposes on this video, I just want to go through your minus front. So we are going to select everything, and then you are going to click Alt or Option, minus front, And you can see, crazy, that this is actually punched out of the blue. And you can tell because, let's do like a pattern fill on this. Oh, I think I deleted my swatches. Let's go to your patterns, basic graphics, lines. And again, this is going to be black, so not the best color scheme, and it's definitely not on brand, but I can always go ahead and double click that and change the color. Just so you know. Libraries. Yeah, okay, well, let's see what happened there. Say save. Okay. So now you have your RLHS blue here. And now you can tell, even though legibility is very poor, that this is actually a punch out. Because you can see the lines through the text. So let's move the circle over and just save it for later, or I can go ahead and drag it into my libraries, and there it is. But of course, keep in mind, this is, if you drag this into your Illustrator, it's a PNG, it's not an editable EPS file. So here you go. That is the Pathfinder. Now, the coolest thing about this is that you can continue to edit your type. See that? Look at that. Now, before, you would have had to create outlines and you couldn't type or change your font. In this case, when you're using the Pathfinder and you're doing the minus front, remember if you, and it says option click to create a compound shape. So you have to have that option key down before you click. In this case, you're preserving the type and you can treat it as type and not as a shape. So I'm going to go ahead and go back into my properties. Oh yeah, my appearance, we'll get to that in a second. Character. There's so many things. I'm really just looking for my type tool. I don't know where it went. Character. There we go. Okay. Anyway, this is my point, is that I just wanted to show you changing your font. And it just live changes. So you wanted Arial black. See that? No, I don't like that, but. It's a little funky. It's cut off. And then make sure you don't have your hyphens on. Paragraph. No hyphen. Okay. So for some reason this is reading weird. It looks like it's cut off here. I don't know what's up with that. No idea. But you get the idea. So that is Pathfinder. And you can bring it all the way out here and it's not going to show any of that text. You can sort of edit it around. Anyway, I thought that was very cool. And something I wanted to share with you to just help your workflow and using the most efficient tools so you can work smarter, not harder, at doing what you want to do with your design. So again, that's only the minus front option. I would encourage you to go through all of them and see what they do. And that's all for now. Enjoy!